Welcome to IAA Mobility, where I'm here at the Volkswagen Group stand, and I'm very excited to have a look at this car because this is the new Audi Q6 e-tron, and it's the first car from Audi to be on the PPE platform. So MEB, the other modular setup, nothing to do with masks and dodgy equipment that the Irish government paid too much money for. This is the PPE platform, so things from Porsche, the more prestigious end of the Volkswagen Group cars, will feature on this platform. Now, the white alloy wheels will be optional. You don't actually have to get them, of course. Don't imagine too many Audi drivers will want to get them, but in this white colour, it's kind of like a seamless thing, apart from the mirror housing, which are black, but even the wheel arches are white. We have totally different Audi style headlights on the front of the vehicle. The bit that obviously still remains is this fairly flush Audi 4-ring logo. We've seen that in the updated version of things like the Q8 and the grille. So everything is potentially just a little bit too white for my liking, but obviously this is still a prototype car, so it's designed to catch the eye maybe a little bit more than normal. The car is currently empty, so, well, it's not quite empty yet, so I want to show you the sweeping screen. Stick with me for that, because that really is cool. Tall enough car, not far off 6 feet off the ground, subtle black roof rails onto it here. e-tron is engraved into the side of the vehicle. Charging ports will be on this side. Obviously in left-hand drive countries it's on the driver's side, but it'll be the opposite for us. You'll have to get out and walk around. Boot spoiler comes right out nicely over the windscreen. Black texture here, so it's kind of, imagine like it's upper half of the car is black essentially, and underneath here is white in this colour. If it was all black, would that be a little bit too much? The light bar is one of the longest they've made. It goes right across the car. That does look really, really impressive though, and it's going to stand out in the road. More of this flushed alloy Audi 4-ring logo. We get a wiper, which is a big deal these days. I can't believe how much we have to make a big deal about that. The boot is really, really good. Like, I'm talking certainly ENIAC size boot. Options for storage down here. You have typical Audi nets. These are the type of things they charge you 200 and 300 quid extra for, but if you need them, you need them. You can also raise and lower the suspension in this car, so some will come with air suspension for added comfort, just ease of access into the boot. So that, eyeballing it, looks like certainly a 500 litre boot, things like that. Just to confirm the battery sizes, so it will do 800 volt charging, which is like really, really fast, very much future proofed. Then the net battery, so there's going to be two battery sizes. One will be the one we're used to, 77, 78 kilowatt hour, and there'll be a 94 kilowatt hour usable. Assuming Audi put the same chemistry makeup that they've started using in things like the Q8, that will go into the batteries on this car as well. Range-wise, anywhere between sort of 500 and 600 kilometers, I suppose, is the expected range. Back of the Q6 then, there's generous enough knee room, especially these little grooves in the seats should you need them, but I think there's enough room that most people will be okay with that. Head height is really, really good, exceptionally good. B&O sound system I see in the door cards here, so that will obviously be an optional extra. You'll get blinds for privacy and keep the sun out of the kids' eyes and things like that. Climate control I'm seeing here, individual climate control in the back. Sometimes that can be optional, sometimes that can be standard, just depends, and a different style of air vent system just to make a change. There's no point having a new platform vehicle and too much of it being just like the Audis that we're used to. So enough change in the back, but certainly not going to feel alien from other models if you jump in here. So I like this kind of a mixture of familiar Audi here and then different. So haptic buttons are remaining in this car for the moment anyway. And then what I like about the door pad here is individual child locks, so you can actually lock the left or the right hand side with one button if you like. A lot of journalists got caught out by that today. So that is a new kind of pad for controlling seats and stuff, so that's different. Main vast difference is this kind of wraparound sweeping screen. It must be close on 24 inches wide. It's absolutely massive. And then that's definitely going to be an optional extra that won't be standard, a screen for your passenger. We've seen things like that in Mercedes EQS and EQE, which they're like 12,000 euro screens. Don't think it's going to cost that much, but it's still not going to be free. A lot of space and storage down here. The gear selector That's like we've seen in things like the Q4, the e-tron GT. Steering wheel very similar as well. The same stock is still existing for the cruise control. So again, I suppose that's probably a purposeful thing where Audi don't want you to get into this thing and go, what the hell is this? This is totally alien to me. But the graphics are really crisp. Again, some of this stuff is still reminiscent of the other models. This probably just a slideshow here, but just the way the lighting on the light bar is lit up, the exterior light signature on the screen, so it just feels very, very cool. The indentation here for the head-up display is massive. You could lose a small child down there, or certainly, and I just wonder if people use it for storing things. Also, there's a lighting strip here that will probably flash green when it's charging, perhaps flash white to get your attention when the car in front moves ahead. We're seeing that coming into cars as the levels of autonomy increase. 2 USB-C charging ports, a lovely big metal footplate and metal on all the pedals, because this is probably an S-line setup for that, but sometimes they can just be rubber and it just doesn't match the premium price that the car commands. So very, very nice interior. Feels like potentially recycled materials and some of the cloth and stuff. I don't know if I like a cloth armrest, but that's here for now. And again, the seats are quite like what we've come to expect from Audi. So a good mix of the future and, I don't want to call it the past, the current, I suppose, mixed to keep everybody feeling fairly comfortable on board. We're told this car will be on Irish roads in summer 2024, which really isn't that far away. The guesstimate right now, though, is the price. It's going to be a plus €100,000 car. Just how far above 100,000 will Audi go, time will tell. But I think what we're seeing now with these next wave of cars from massive companies like Volkswagen Group is they've learned a bit about the past and the evolution, not just in terms of electrification and range and stuff, but the interiors are getting better all the time. And I think that's just going to keep on happening till we get to a price. In fairness, Audi, none of their electric vehicles were ever really subpar when it came to the interiors, but this is just taking it up a little notch again. So they'll use that to command a higher price, there's no doubt about it. Thanks for watching this review of the new Q6 e-tron. It's impressive.